Hello, my name is Bonnie Dean from Chief Left Hand Knits. I'm going to demonstrate a modified back stitch zipper installation for my Cimarron collar from Chief Left Hand Knits, December 2015. This is a gradient collar made from yarn from Mountain Colors in Corvallis, Montana. It utilizes a 7-inch separating zip, which is two-way, so that you can zip it from the bottom or completely separate it from the top by pulling down from the top. I'm not going to do that right now, but obviously this is a separating zipper. There are several prep steps in order to do this. The self-facing of this collar has a seam allowance of 4 purl stitches. There is also a zipper top that needs to be cut off. I have cut off 1/4 inch above the zipper stop and whip stitched this so that it would not unravel. This zipper is installed one side at a time. I've fully installed the visualization of what you can see as the left side, and as you can see, the back stitch is essentially invisible. It is placed in the purl gutter between the ribs in this pattern, and with careful technique it is essentially invisible and catches the front side of the collar, the seam allowance, followed by the zipper, followed by the back seam allowance, followed by the wrong side. So there's 4 layers of knitted fabric and 1 zipper in each stitch. The things that are unique to the project otherwise are the matching of stripes. And once I installed this side of the zipper, then I fully closed the zipper and pinned horizontally with silk pins the matching stripes so that it was totally matched as I was sewing it in. In order to make a modified back stitch, I'm going to take my sewing needle and I am allowing the zipper teeth to show on both sides. My sewing thread goes through, and I need to make sure that the sewing thread ends up in the purl ridge. I pull that through, and then the back stitch part of it is going back towards where you came from, taking one piece of yarn in the stitch, and the modified part is to angle towards where you are going, such that there's less thread visible on the back side. Coming back through to the front, again I've caught my knitting in the ribbing, the knit part of the ribbing, and so I need to pull that over, and then I'm going to back stitch by going backwards and then diagonal forwards, coming out about 1/4 inch from where I started on the front side. Going to go back to the front side, again making sure that I'm in the right section of the purl ridge, and so forth. This results in about just the teeth showing this allows for very little of the zipper to show in the final installation. Again, you are stitching through 2 layers of fabric, then the zipper, then 2 layers of fabric on the self-facing. And this is not too thick when you're just sewing it. The only caveat being at the front end of this, where there was a reinforcement of the zipper tape, I did have to use a thimble temporarily in order to get through all of the layers plus the reinforcement. That's it, and happy knitting.